Alright, ready to start my first ever Dune Imperium tournament game. Good luck, have fun, guys. Against... Oh, shoot, am I supposed to be positioned 4? Against BlackShadow. Let me double check this. Also, VT and Double D Kim E, who... That's a hilarious name, I have to say. I don't know if this specifies what position we have to be or not. Presumably we can't control that since it's just random. I thought I was supposed to be position 4, but maybe that's not how it works. Okay, so Baron's available, which is pretty scary. Spy satellites, flagship. First position... Water Peddler, Negotiate, Withdraw, Power Play, X-Skilled Compact. Looking kind of dangerous, to be honest with you. Suppose Ilbon is probably the best leader for... No, probably Hundro. Probably Hundro here. Wait, is this not Ix? No, we have Ix. Dang, he took my Hundro. Okay. Well, I do not like my competition this game. Romber, I mean, Ilbon is probably the best available. The Spy Satellites, I think I pick Ilbon. Yeah, but this is looking kind of ugly. At least we reveal first. That's about all we got going for us here. No smuggling kind of hurts. So yeah, I guess we open well, but this is a problem. This is a combat that, like, if Baron gets hardy, it's an absolute disaster. Whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. The point of Wealth Mentat here is we get to get double faction out of it. And also that our persuasion sucks. I was really hoping he would jump on the Hardy Warriors. I think that might be a really big mistake. The good news is we have a Leto, so he probably won't have uncontested guild. If it makes it back around to me, I'm definitely going Hardy Warriors. I just don't think that Double D Kimmy lets that happen. I think he's from what I understand, he's a pretty strong player. So I think he's going to go Hardy Warriors. Maybe he doesn't have the access. That would be pretty awesome, but I don't want to count on that. The fact that he's thinking this long implies that maybe he doesn't have it. Okay. So, I mean, if they let me have Hardy here, I do go Hardy instead of Mentat, I think. And then I pick up the Water Peddler unless somebody reveals early, which gives me my water back. It's a little bit weird because, well, no, I still have green, though, in the next hand, so I can still Mentat then. Nobody went to cities, so I can't lose it to, like, double city or anything like that. So, yeah, we definitely go Hardy here. Four is probably an overcommit, given that we have 2 daggers in hand. Oh, BlackShadow has the absolute best Hundro card in the game. Oh my god. That is crazy. That is crazy. I guess I shouldn't have let him have fold space, but, I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Wow. Okay, well, threat assessment instantly shifted. We're in trouble. He does have faction. So we get the Water Peddler at least. At least he has to buy a liaison. VT seemed like a nice guy. I'll give him that much for sure. Double D Kimmy has 2 intrigues. How did he do that? Oh, I guess he went to secrets plus bought 1. It's pretty strong. Much higher persuasion hand next round. Double convincings. We're not going to be able to beat Hundro to Swordmaster, I don't think. He's just got such a crazy advantage with round 1 Interstellar. I played Oban this morning as like a warm-up game, and I just don't think that the leader vibes with me at all. Like, I feel like you're supposed to just not even buy your Swordmaster, and you're just supposed to put everything into SMFs, which is a very boring way to play, if you ask me. No faction, so I can't follow up that guild bump. So maybe the Hardy wasn't the right play. It would have been disastrous if Baron got it, but maybe not, because, like, right now, like, we need somebody to block BlackShadow. I'm sitting in front of him. If I can get there before him next round, we can probably cut, stem the bleeding a little bit. Imperial base. That's interesting. It's kind of like a power play for the combat, right? Interesting. It's pretty strong. I mean, it's 3 troops off of an Imperial base in space. A little unorthodox, but I dig it. We need to probably pivot to getting more persuasion, though, because our... Well, so what do we want to do with our Signet Ring, right? Because it's our only non-yellow card. We could Mentat with it for 1 Solari using our ring. Probably, if Smuggling is available, we take Smuggling. With a Dune. The problem with Leto being in the game is that we're not going to get Mentat as much as we want. He's got 2 daggers in hand, too, so... It's not looking good. There's the Hardy Warriors. I think we just smuggle here. Wonder if that Hardy was a mistake. It's really hard to say. I don't know if I should second guess myself. I guess the Mentat thing is kind of interesting too, because we could draw into faction, but it's not very likely. It's 40% that we do. But we also could draw into water, which would be pretty strong. It does put us further away from Swordmaster, though. Might be better just to go to, like... Well, Tech Negotiation doesn't do a whole lot, honestly. Could be Carthag. I don't know. As soon as we cash out, we'll have it regardless. So I don't know how much the -2 matters. And we're revealing last anyway. So it's not like it's going to delay us from a good card. It's not an option because of VT. Makes the right move, I think. I don't know his situation, but it seems like it was a good move. I guess we just grab an Intrigue is probably the thing to do here. Recruitment mission. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't want to deploy to this. We just end the turn. Problem is we have bumps on 3 different factions right now. If our strategy was to get spy satellites, we're kind of failing at that. Three persuasion from BlackShadow. There's a couple different decent 3 persuasion cards. Ixion is interesting. I don't think it's a good card to pick up early like this. The Water Peddler helps us get tech by giving us this water. But the techs are very expensive. I think we would actually just be better off with like an X-Guild compact. Certainly we'd be better off with a power play if it's available. Which it could be, depending on what Double D Kimmy's got. 6, so no, it won't be available. Not a good card either. Not a good card. Probably it's looking like, you know, Death Commando Liaison here. Five Spice from VT is interesting. I wonder if he's going for this. Spice that doesn't make any sense for Leto. He's not going to do that. I don't know what the Spice... Maybe he's going for Conspiracy. Rose not impressive. Maybe I should have picked Romber. Guild Bank Raid. Okay, interesting. Nobody has Swordmaster still. Actually, I could become the first one to it just by hitting Smuggling. Although I don't know how likely I am to get Smuggling. The recruitment mission, I mean, the problem is the cards just aren't any good. If they were any good, then that would be a good card. Maybe it helps us with a Spice Mist Flow later. I don't know. Huh? Okay. Sure. Last two Interstellar is fine with me for the most part. I like the little competition between these two. You know, smuggling Signet Ring actually gives us 8 without having to cash out, which would really be great for us. That's definitely the ideal scenario. Unfortunately, there's not another space that gives us Swordmaster. So if Leto takes it, he takes it. But he doesn't know we didn't draw Guild. Like, maybe he wants to block Fold Space. But that doesn't make any sense for him to do that. No, he's not going to block Fold Space. Goes Mentat. Okay, I'm happy with that, actually. I like that these three are fighting on this alliance. It gives me a little bit more room to do other things. BlackShadow takes Guild Alliance. Has enough Solari for Swordmaster. But I'm going to beat him to it. Although admittedly in this situation it doesn't do that much. It draws us a card, so it's definitely worth it. You know, it's a tempo hit, long-term advantage. The card draw really, I think, seals the deal. And hey, you never know. We could draw into Diplomacy, right? We'd be pretty happy with that. Or Death Commando would be great. Oh my god. No way, dude. No way. Oh my god. That, dude, I cannot believe that just happened. Wow. Wow. And now we have to worry about losing Swordmaster to VT too, because if VT plays the combat... Okay, well that's pretty frustrating. So do we play to Karthag or do we play to Arakeen? I mean, 5 is a good number to be at, but we do have a recruitment mission. Mobilization. Okay. Pretty bad card. Not very happy with the way this round went. He had the one card that could screw me, and he had it. I guess Guild Authorization would too, but Guild Authorization has already been played. Finesse would as well, but Finesse has already been played. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Maybe we go no Swordmaster this game. I don't know. Given that we haven't picked up any faction access, it may be the right play. It's just such a boring way to play the leader. Hundro with the High Council seat. So he's giving up on Swordmaster. Makes sense. It's not like he can't get it back. He's already got 2 bumps on the guild, on the shipping track. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with this Imperium row. This terrible Imperium row. I could recruitment mission the Ixen Engineer, but that's just going to sabotage my persuasion really badly. I think we just buy 2 liaisons and call it a day. Again, I don't love that style of play, but that's kind of the way Ilban is. Yeah, we should have picked Romber. That would have been more fun. He can throw 3 in if he wants. I don't really care. Yeah, whatever, dude. Have the Solari. I just kind of wanted to deny it away from Leto. Okay, just kidding. He's going to get it anyway. Man, that stinks. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we have to go no Swordmaster this game. That entry card completely screwed me. That was my chance to get Swordmaster, and now I lost it. We're going to have to get Spy Satellites this game, because we're not going to have much faction. We're not going to be able to have much anything, really. 8 from Hundro. This row is just so bad. This is a repeat of the Ilban game I played this morning. You know, bad Imperium row, just nothing really going on. Weirding way. Okay. VD is, like, kind of smacking me this game. Sitting right in front of me and taking all my stuff. Like, this was so clear, right? I'm at 8, nobody else is at 8. And then, yeah. Pretty rough. I think this game, I actually think this game might not be winnable. It might be, but I'm in a really bad spot. Didn't play the power play is interesting. Ended up face planning on the combat, just like me. Why you would highliner on this one? I mean, I do understand it. It's, you know, it's a way of sneaking Swordmaster out ahead of me. I just need to adapt and go for something else, I think. Oh, maybe he's actually not. Maybe he's going to use the Negotiate Withdraw to steal the Alliance. Okay. I think we actually do get Swordmaster next round. This turned out better for me than I thought. I mean, we're still in a bad spot, but it's better. Finally, some decent cards in the Imperium row. Oh, no, just... Okay, yeah, we're fine. He's at 5. Drew the green, but no diplomacy. Kind of annoying. 50-50 on Swordmaster that we even get it. Didn't draw Death Commando with the liaisons, unfortunately. Cloak and Dagger's a good combat. He's going back for the sword. Or no, he's not. Because he's going back for the highliner, but he actually isn't. We might want to go smuggling first action here. I really wish I had drawn that access. I could have gone to Fold Space. This is the only green we're probably going to get. So... do this. Recall. Do we recall, or do we go up? You know, I don't really need the benefits now. Let's advance. Like, we're not going to win the combat. The troops don't matter. We don't need the spice. We can't get tech negotiation this round, right? We don't think we have faction. Maybe we get it and then we lost selective breeding, but, like, come on. So, I think trying to get an easier path to spy sats is actually a better choice. Or who knows what other tech comes up. Looks like Hundro is going to take the spy sats from us. It doesn't make any sense, though. I don't think he... But what else is he going to do? You know, he takes spy sats. Okay. Well, that's really unfortunate for us. We badly, badly need faction. Seems like a bad play. I mean, can't VD just go to Fold Space? Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't have the access. In which case this would be a coup for BlackShadow, who's functionally sitting at, like, what? Like 5 points. But I can't get the spy satellites, so I'm really screwed. Like, I'm at 1 point. This is not a good place to be in round 4. Lose Mentat again. Just brutal. Swordmaster, but who cares? Well, we get diplomacy at least, but then we can't play it with Death Commando, so eh. Then we lose the Fold Space. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't understand what BlackShadow was really doing there. Oh no, BlackShadow took it. Okay. Interesting. He's got an alliance now, and the spy satellites end up being pretty good. It's literally our only way to visit factions right now. It's really painful. We might, I hate to say this, we might have to use a recruitment mission for like a BG sister or something. If I go to Force Spice, technically I could pick up a flagship. Like, if I take Death Commando to Haga Basin, right? Then I could pick up flagship. I could pick up flagship next round. Questionable if it's worth it, but it's a point. It's a win condition. We're already at pretty high on the track, and we need kind of a Hail Mary. There's another tech I like better. Yeah, I think maybe Haga Basin is the way to go, actually. Not playing the diplomacy is going to be really painful, though. Like, I don't know if that's... I don't know if I can justify that. Trash a reconnaissance. Seems like Baron's the one in the lead right now. Except spaceport. Artillery is interesting. We do have the Death Commando, so that would improve the viability of it. I think we just go Haga Base and deploy one. There's no way we get this sister. So I guess it's going to be more liaisons. Why did I do that? Baron has another action. I mean, I guess I get an intrigue out of it. Other memory goes out of my reach. This is interesting, though, because the artillery came up. I don't think I've got Mentat even a single time. Here goes the second High Council seat. Does he pull out? He can't go up on Guild now, so I don't think he does. Isn't it just better to win the combat? Maybe he thinks he can win the combat and still pull out. But I don't think so. Baron's got 2 intrigues. It's a very risky play. Plus he has 2 cards left in hand. Admittedly, neither of them are daggers. He's thinking about it. How much persuasion does he have? 8. Bashar. Probably picks up the sister, too. God, this row is so bad. Just give me some faction access. Picks up the fence. Okay. That's actually pretty big for us. I mean, it sucks that we have to use a recruitment mission to pick up a Bene Gesserit sister. Let's be clear. But, you know, whatever. Putting it on top of the deck is actually pretty cool. Makes up a little bit for the fact that we didn't play our diplomacy. And it does have daggers on it if we ever decide to pick up the artillery. Get our water right back again. Is he going to go for Duncan? There's 3 liaisons left. He can do 2 of them. Just doesn't do anything. Combat card. Wouldn't really make a lot of sense. You're just getting a spice out of it. How did BlackShadow get Interstellar this round, by the way? That's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess it's because VT went Mentat. He's really, really focused on blocking me at the expense of everything else. Strong arm. It's okay. Could be good. Too bad we don't have any troops. We lost a troop to get the strong arm, so... yeah. Okay, so... we don't have yellow. Wow. Okay, well... what's it gonna be then? High Council or Mentat? Probably just Mentat. We still don't have yellow. I didn't trash a dune. I trashed a reconnaissance. Okay. Well, that's annoying. The whole thing was we were supposed to get a flagship. Guess we can play selective breeding and get there later. I don't know. This is uncharted. Trade monopoly. We could do a conspiracy, but then we lose all our spice. It's not great. We get the troops, which help with the strong arm. We can go up 2 with Emperor by doing that. It's not horrible. Or we could try to save it to juke somebody out later. Got another tournament game right after this one. Hopefully I do better in that one. Because it's round 5 and I don't have any points, so... not great, is it? Okay, cool. We get the Death Commando off, potentially. Although we have no troops, so maybe not, but, you know. Looks like right now the path is Wealth, High Council, by Spice Must Flow. We're now officially at 1 with every faction. Although VD could take the High Council from us. Wind traps? Maybe? Wind traps. Hollow projectors. Hollow projectors are pretty good. Wouldn't mind also, instead of going like High Council, we could go Imperial Base and get back to the point where we're able to take the flagship. We also have yellow now, so we could take Death Commando to smuggling. Cash out that way. A couple different options we could take here. This card is just really bad. It's very unfortunate. It's just very bad. Especially in conjunction with this one. Smuggling is gone. Does VD prefer to try to win the combat? Brutal set of leaders that I'm competing against here. It's just, oof, it's rough. I guess I thought I used to be good at Ilbon, but I don't think I am anymore. Okay, Imperial Basin gone, so we do get High Council. So I think Wealth High Council ends up being the play here. Well, eventually we'll get smuggling. Suppose we could also go Fold Space. But then we don't get a Spice Must Flow, so no. We want the Wealth. Ooh, first point. Let's go. Well, that's something that would make me reconsider the Spice Must Flow. But it's round 5, so maybe not. Given how little faction we have, that probably is the same as a point. I think we probably ought to still get a High Council seat either way. Just because we're Ilbon and we want to have it. We went to 4 intrigues, went to 5 intrigues. Okay. That's something that we've got to rectify as soon as we can. Unfortunately, next round we won't be able to, most likely. But yeah, you're in the lead and you have 5 intrigue cards. It's not going to fly with me. If I can help it. Anyway. Yeah, Death Commando won't trigger because we're not in the combat. And we can't get in the combat either. The cities are taken. We just got to play the slow down Baron game. I don't know how we do it, but we got to do it. If we want to have a chance to win, that's what we have to do. Baron's probably at 6 points at the end of this round. Maybe I overcorrected in BlackShadow's favor. He's trying to get the Jessica. We have Spiceless Flow if he gets her, which is, like, fine. Sad to not get anything out of the Death Commando, but it is what it is. Do fear. Ooh. Wish you were here earlier. Another liaison. Oh. Brutal. Just brutal. Pick up a landing rights. Maybe I shouldn't, though. I need as much BG access as I can for next round. Yeah, I think that was a mistake, actually. 5 intrigues. He's running away with it. We're a 15-card deck. We want to probably go ahead and get rid of this Water Peddler sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think the landing rights was a mistake. At least I got to go to 2 factions this round. That was pretty decent. This is a long-ass deliberation. Maybe Flagship's not worth it here at this point. Ooh, finally. You have to advance your freighter. There's no decision here. Come on. I like that. Didn't draw the BG access. 7 persuasion. We have some green. BlackShadow to Interstellar again. I'm halfway considering Research Station. Just wish that I had any kind of troop presence at all. Would have been nice. Shuttle Fleet. Shuttle Fleet is actually pretty good. I probably do want to pick that up instead. Well, Do I want to smuggle here, or do I want to just do that for landing rights? I think Double D might take the research station. Maybe it's better for me to take the Great Flat for... Take the Great Flat for Highliner next round. Not guaranteed to actually have access to it. The odds of me getting Mentat are also pretty low because I only have one Solari. We still get a freaking troop off of this thing, though. We really want to make it our goal to buy an SMF this round if we can. We also got to make sure we block Baron whenever possible. I just don't know what Baron's goals are. I mean, the best way to block Baron is to go to Secrets, but I can't. So, that's one argument in favor of Research Station, I guess. I just don't think that, like, if I go Research Station, that I'm actually going to be able to get to Secrets. Because, yeah, I have 3 cards that can go there, but by that point he will probably have burnt his cards, or one of the other players will have gone there already. I don't think they prioritize that appropriately, but it is a possibility. Goes to Secrets to block. This is bad. This is bad. Sitting on that many intrigue cards and going unpunished is really bad. If I went smuggling, that would open up the research station option. I mean, the Mentat option. The thing is, the faction bumps are like... You hate to have to use them, right? And the Solari, I mean... Okay, well... really doesn't want me to get Mentat, ever. So let's not even consider Mentat. I think we grab this. I mean, really, we're kind of out of ways to draw, right? So... This is our only city. If we go to, like, Arakeen, we lock ourselves off. I think we go to Arakeen. Just try to draw into our good cards. God, we're such a... Baron's just so far ahead of everybody else. I don't even know what to do. We have a Jessica in our deck. Let's not overthink it. It's unfortunate that we can't go to Secrets. But at least we get our Spice Must Flow. But yeah, I think Baron is going to win this game. I don't think there's anything any of us can do about it. Normally, I would almost say something, but it might be considered unsportsmanlike. I think Baron also has a decent chance of winning the combat, too. 5 intrigue cards, you can definitely make something happen. He's probably got, like, a Plans Within Plans or something, too. What are his cards? Ix Guild. Power Play. Was already used. He just hasn't bought anything. His deck sucks. Maybe we can run him out of gas. Problem is, we drew our only guild, so now we're not going to be able to go Highliner next round. This is kind of an interesting play from him. I guess he just really wants the Dread. I can't think of any other reason he would be doing that. Unless he has one of those intrigues that, like, spend Solari to gain a point would be one reason. But at that point, you'd rather go to Wealth. I guess that's the only place that card will go. We do want to play Jessica. Sister. Okay. Well, we definitely have a Spice Must Flow. We can go up 2 with a faction. Baron's threatening BG, so let's go up 2 with BG. Hey, maybe we get a good intrigue card. But we have so much BG access. Maybe it would be better to go up with Fremen to get out of the way. Or Emperor to get the troops. Let's do Emperor, get the troops. We're never going back to Emperor. And we have a rapid mobilization. So BlackShadow is now at 7. Pretty scary. So we don't want him to win the combat, but we also don't want Baron to win the combat. It's kind of a lose-lose. Oh my god. These intrigues are, like, driving me crazy. Guess we go Still Suits with Diplomacy as our last action. We could try to threaten for the Alliance by strong-arming, but it probably won't do anything. I guess we could mobilize to go to 8. But then Baron wins with his intrigue cards, so it's not worth it. Committee to the rescue, maybe? I still think Baron's going to win it with the combat cards, but who knows? BlackShadow not having Swordmaster puts him in kind of a weak position, I think, which is nice. If the game goes to like round 9, I think I have a decent shot. But then the guys in my next game will be pretty upset, I'm assuming. But we know exactly what our next hand will be. It's not a very good one. At least the Death Commando will be turned on. Do we buy Dr. Yu here? I don't think we do. Could buy space travel just for the access. Honestly, I would do that. Probably shouldn't do it because I have Jessica. But it's not just access, it's also card draw and persuasion. I drew all my BG, which is a little annoying, which means I won't be able to steal from Baron next round either. This could be good though. We have so little access. We have no factions. What just happened? Blackmail. Yeah. No surprise there. Baron's got a million intrigue cards. Probably demand respect to the victor too. You cannot let somebody accumulate that many intrigue cards at once. That's just how it works. 2 points. Problem is, Vidi's going to take Mentat from us. Like he always does. Maybe I should have tried to steal his alliance with Strong Arm and went up with Fremen instead of like BG. But he's going to go with BG anyway. Maybe I should have gone up with Fremen instead of Emperor. I don't know. At least we have access to Siege Tabor now. So, you know, Research Station is hypothetically on the table. But given that these two both have 2 water, yeah, no surprise there. But as long as he keeps drawing BG access, he can do that. Like, nobody can punish it. It's really frustrating, but there's nothing anybody can do about it. I think what you're going to see in this tournament is that Baron is very, very commonly picked. Yeah, that's just brutal. That's just... It's like gosh, he seems like a really nice guy, but he's just blocking me every possible opportunity. And not the other players. Like, you have Interstellar, bro. Go Interstellar. You know? Well... I don't know what the play is. I really don't. I can go to Siege Tabor, but I probably get beaten to the... Well, you know what? I can Death Commando, trash the Water Peddler out of hand. I think that's actually the play here. Okay, that's a really good draw. Hopefully we get selective. Or Research Station. Research Station may be a little bit better. Well, no, selective is better because of the Alliance. It's just that Baron's going to take the Alliance on his next action. I'm very confident of it. He's got an intrigue card in there somewhere that'll do it. You know, quid pro quo, or he just has his own access. Or Secrets of Sisterhood. But we can strong arm it. If he does it in a way that doesn't involve literally going to selective breeding, we can strong arm it. And he just played his Diplomacy. And surely he doesn't have that much from like BG access in his deck. Oh my god. Dispatch an Envoy. This guy, I swear... Oh my god, dude. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Like, yeah, there's no chance he loses now. He's got 6 intrigue cards in hand that nobody can take from him. There's absolutely no shot. I don't think. If BlackShadow wins the combat somehow, then it's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's a bit of an odd play. Maybe he has a war chest. That's the only thing I can think of. So we lost Selective Breeding and we lost Research Station. Kind of incredible, really. I can go to Carthag, but if I do, and Baron has a war chest, which he probably does because he has half the intrigue card deck, then I'm giving him a point. Let's hope there's another round and prep for it. Nobody has Highliner. There's a Mimic Orders. Oh, I missed that. When did that happen? That's very dangerous. If Baron gets that, it's extremely game over. Well, we know what our next action is if we get one. Alternatively, we could try to get a Highliner by going to Imperial Basin. It's just that I don't have any faith that Baron doesn't win the game this round. Oh god, BlackShadow, no, you're gonna give him a war chest. Well, we can't take it away now. You know, the nice thing, I guess, is that the war chest doesn't trigger until the game's over. So we really can't let BlackShadow win this combat, because if he does, he wins the game, I think. We are certainly not winning if BlackShadow wins. Let's put it that way. The problem is, I don't think we have a way to stop him from doing it. I don't see a path. We're 1 spice short of Highliner, which we don't have access to anyway. We can't access Hardy Warriors. It's one heck of a late Sword Master, I'll say that much. Well, as it stands, BlackShadow's winning the combat. And if BlackShadow wins the combat, I mean, what, currently he's at 7? Maybe that's not the end of the world. He goes to 9. But I mean, is there even, like... let's say I pick up Mimic Orders, right? Pick up Mimic Orders, go up on BG as an intrigue. might help me more at winning the combat than the block. And the water probably doesn't do anything. Could also buy a dread. It's only troops, so if I buy a dread, I can't put it in. So do we go for the Mimicor's point ourselves, or do we go for we got to steal the BG alliance? I think we do this because we get the intrigue card. Plans within plans. That is really good because that means Baron doesn't have plans within plans. I mean, it's bad in that we lose the combat. The BlackShadow is now functionally at 10. I expect to see a barrage of intrigue cards from Double D now. We are stealing from him next round, by the way. For sure, for sure. If he doesn't spend all, like, 3 of them. I mean, he for all I know, he could win the combat himself, and then the game is super, super over. Okay. That's not your only card. Let's see the rest of them. Corner of the market would have been much better, but it's hard to complain about a plans within plans. I need 3 bumps for it, though, which is pretty big ask. Strong arm helps. At this point, Spice Smugglers might be really good, actually. We could use this spice to buy a flagship, actually. Rather than Highliner. Depending on what we draw, of course. We have the space travel, so we're very likely to draw access to Highliner. But we just have to make the game go another round for that to matter. I don't think it does. I think there's a good, semi-good chance that Baron just wins this combat. He doesn't have 2 spice, though, so it's not a lock. Ambush. Okay. There's his first one. Let's see your second one. I know you're not gonna... Yep. Okay, let's see your third one. I know you have a third one. Go ahead. Can't steal anymore. Okay. Didn't deploy a troop. A little bit odd. BlackShadow, you better have one. Oh my god. Oh. Man. Well, that's it. BlackShadow's at 10, Double D's at 11. So yeah, I mean, it really came down to the fact that the guy had 6 intrigue cards.